Now, now I would like to discuss about amyloidosis. We know that this is a picture of an amyloid. It is seen under polarized light. This is seen under polarized light, and this is apple green birefringence. This is apple green birefringence under polarized light. And there is another picture which is the Congo red stain. This is the Congo red stain, and this is the amyloid. First of all, what is amyloid? Amyloid is a misfolded protein. First, it's a misfolded protein. What's its configuration? It's a beta plated sheet. It's a beta plated sheet configuration. It's a beta plated sheet configuration, and this misfolded protein is located in the extracellular space. This is the first important thing you have to know about amyloid. Then amyloid are of mainly two types: systemic amyloid and localized amyloid. What is systemic amyloid? And this systemic amyloid is that means it can infect multiple systems, and localized amyloid, that means it generally resides in particular organ, like in cardiac muscle, like in brain, like in liver. That's the thing. Like lungs. In systemic amyloid, there is primary and secondary. Primary is AL amyloid, and secondary is SAA amyloid. Primary is AL amyloid, secondary is AA amyloid. This primary amyloid, AL amyloid, is associated with plasma cell dyscrasia. That means plasma cell dyscrasia, like multiple myeloma. And secondary amyloid is AA amyloid. In here there is deposition of, and it is there is deposition of AA amyloid, and it is derived from SAA protein. That means serum amyloid associated protein. And if you think about the clinical findings of the systemic amyloid, in systemic amyloid, if you think about the clinical feature, there may be nephrotic syndrome, and we know that in nephrotic syndrome, there is nephrotic syndrome, and we know that in nephrotic syndrome there is more than 3.5 gram protein loss. In here you may get cardiac problem, that means restricted cardiomyopathy. Can you tell me what happens in restricted cardiomyopathy? What type of dysfunction happens in restricted cardiomyopathy? In restricted cardiomyopathy, there is diastolic dysfunction. Also in hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, there is diastolic dysfunction. So as a clinical feature, you may get nephrotic syndrome, you may get restricted cardiomyopathy, there may be tongue enlargement, there may be malabsorption, there may be tongue enlargement, there may be malabsorption, there may be arrhythmia, and you can diagnose it by tissue biopsy, and tissue biopsy is taken from abdominal fat pad and rectum. Tissue biopsy is taken from abdominal head, pad, and rectum. This is all about systemic amyloidosis. And now, localized amyloidosis. If you think about localized amyloidosis, first of all, there is familial amyloid cardiomyopathy, and there is senile cardiac amyloidosis. And in familial amyloid cardiomyopathy, there is non-mutated, and in senile cardiac amyloidosis, there is mutated transthyretin. Transthyretin. You have to remember what is deposits where. In senile cardiac amyloidosis, there is mutated transthyretin, and familial amyloid cardiomyopathy, there is non-mutated transthyretin. And second is a non-insulin dependent diabetes mellitus. That means type 2 diabetes mellitus, there is deposition of amylin. In Alzheimer's disease, there is deposition of A beta amyloid. And another thing you have to remember, in Alzheimer's disease, there is 5-APP, gene for 5-APP present in chromosome number. This gene for 5-APP is present in chromosome number 21 also. So we know that in Down syndrome it is trisomy 21, it is located in chromosome number 21. So if a baby with a Down syndrome, you can assess that a baby with Down syndrome, they have chance of developing Alzheimer's early. That means early onset Alzheimer's is associated with this Down syndrome. The baby with Down syndrome, they have propensity of developing Alzheimer's disease early. And the next one is dialysis associated amyloid. In here there is beta 2 microglobulin dialysis associated amyloid. In here there is beta 2 microglobulin deposits in the joint. And finally there is medullary carcinoma of the thyroid. There is deposition of calcitonin. Calcitonin deposits in the thyroid and causing these medullary carcinoma of the thyroid. And that is all about amyloidosis. Inshallah, you will be benefited.